Here we are, Wing the Sports back. We got Dr. Sports Talk back with us. It's been a while. We got Omi D again visiting the show. We appreciate you. We're not gonna be long, due to me. I left certain things at work, so we freestyling more today than usual. But we're gonna start off with talking NFL quarterbacks, and a quarterback that's done something they say has never been done. And Daniel dropping dimes Jones, Danny Jones. They say every possession he had the ball, he scored, and that's never been done before. And it's like, how? Out of all these points that's ever been scored in the NFL, like, what did they? I don't know, but that's kind of crazy that he is the person that gets that record tag to his name. And they beat a Miami team that looked like they had issues. I'm just gonna say that it wasn't interesting. I had it the other way around. I felt like Indianapolis wouldn't have their stuff together. Dan McDaniels just been holding his boys out because this wasn't nothing new to them, and it was the other way around. I totally had that one wrong. What did you guys see?
Miami looked like Miami to me. Like I don't know what everybody was expecting. I don't know that every season Miami is supposed to be this. They're gonna be this great team. It's like, look, I love the color scheme. It's great. I love the head coach. He's great. This is part of what we're gonna talk to about the show. Your quarterback is your biggest problem right now. Not only that, but somebody said he's already got more concussions than Troy Aikman had in his entire career. Like the dude came into the NFL hurt. He was a backup quarterback that got put into a situation that came in, won a national championship, and the dude that he replaced is now a Super Bowl champion. Tua was not meant to be a great quarterback. And so as long as Tua's still the quarterback of Miami, Miami's gonna look like Miami every game.
Maybe not in the NFL, but he did that in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But a lot of people in Tuscaloosa did that and
But
pooped out in the NFL.
yeah, and the thing is tough. It's tough to gauge them because they have those games. I guess average and below teams, but and they, what I'm saying, they manipulate their offense, manipulates the system, and they have big games, big numbers, and you just really didn't know what Indianapolis was going to show up with, and I was on the wrong side of that bit, but I saw something interesting, and it was like Indianapolis always has a competitive team, even when they have a Gardner Minshew or the Phillip Rivers or whoever or whatever older quarterback they brought in, they were still competitive. So now they got somebody semi vet, what I'm saying, because he played in New York for a couple of years and he won a playoff game. He did do that. I think they beat Sam Darnold that year. I think they beat Minnesota that year. He won when Dieball's first year there. And they were saying how it took Baker Mayfield a little while and to go to a new place to kind of get himself going. And they brought up another quarterback, but it's still possible that the man, can have a relevant career. And Indianapolis might be an interest for you to keep an eye on this year. So with that, we're gonna talk about the Cowboys and Dak. Now, Dak numbers don't really look that good. 21 or 34 for like 188 yards. But Dak had some drops that probably would have put him down there at 300.
Yeah. Fact. So, well, I think somebody said 7 drops by CD. So I can imagine it was
Four
just,
drops by CD. We appreciate you, Scotty, man. We know you're doing your thug thizzle.
yeah. So before drops, and then if you watch the game, which a lot of people probably didn't watch the Cowboys game, but these were big drops that CD dropped. This wasn't like, oh, it's first down and two. It's like, nah, it was third down, like the crucial place where you need your primary receiver to come into the game and dominate. And he didn't with missing the main defensive threat on that team. So, he got to come. They got to perform. They all got to perform. I don't think that those drops weren't on deck. I'm gonna say that.
I agree. Dak played a good game. He stepped up in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? When he scrambled, he got decent yards. Somebody say first quarter drops are a lot different than fourth quarter drops. They all count, but you know what I'm
My
saying.
man.
You really depending on those fourth quarters. You got a hope and a prayer going, and just really take the life out of your team in those moments when you don't show up right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, that's what that's what CD get paid for. So the verdict's still out. Dak, you know what I'm saying, you didn't cost the team, and that's when you really kind of be like, damn, I knew Dak didn't do it when Dak will be giving the other team the ball. He didn't do this. Our team just didn't catch the ball. So I'm taking the Cowboys against the Giants this week. With that being said, Mo, what you got on?
I concur with everything y'all saying, but I mean, we just can't put it on CD Lamb because they just paid this other wide receiver to come in to pick up the slack, and he didn't do too hot neither. So,
Well, he had some penalties. He has some penalties, but I still feel like your guy covers all that up. When it covers up a lot, and those catches would have covered up a lot right there in those moments. And we all prisoners of the moment. But yeah, I feel like Dak should go to Pickens a little bit more too, because I got him in the pay league when I was partying with grandma's 100th birthday and missed my dang fantasy draft. So I got what I got.
yep.
Yeah. He's right, man. Those drops and those penalties. And then somebody said in one of the games, I think it was the Minnesota game, that a lot of these wide receivers didn't even play preseason. So they're not even really up to the speed and the pace that they need to be right now. So, do they start playing more preseason games?
Yep. I don't care. You're a professional. They have conditioning tests. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't nothing new. You know what to expect. You're a veteran. Come out the gate, man. You ain't get like them tickets ain't cheap. Come out the gate. Like Shaq's Kobe used to be mad at Shaq, man. Come in to start the season ready to play. I ain't listening to that. That's an excuse.
There you go.
They get to play a kid's game.
Facts. I like it. I like it.
Geno Smith upset me. I thought I'm a big Mike Vrabel fan. And because to me, when he was in Tennessee, he did more with less. With Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry, he had the number one seed one year. They was always competitive. So okay, you going back home to Foxborough, he was just there. And you got Drake May his second year. You got a couple of new pieces on offense with Diggs, and you got the cats coming back on offense, every receiver. You got the new shiny piece from Ohio State, Henderson. And you got you're a defensive guy. And it didn't show up. Pete Carroll, I guess Pete Carroll got a little bit better offensive weapons over on his side, and they stole the show.
Hey, we talked about this last year about quarterbacks. We tiered them, and I was high on Geno Smith. I'm telling you, he's underrated. Like, that dude is nice.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Geno has always been nice. I think even having Geno as a backup quarterback is a humongous pick. What's up, Larry? And his Geno Smith as a backup quarterback is great. Having Geno Smith as a starting quarterback, he's got legs, he's got arm. The dude is big and he's strong. So, I mean,
he missed his opportunity when they had the little situation where his jaw getting broke. And he was a career backup. And what he says, like, they wrote him off. He just didn't write back. Yeah, I think that's exactly what he said. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, I can't do nothing but give him credit. Kudos, you know what I'm saying, for staying the course. Because a lot of people did write him off. And when this time came back around, he's there. Pete Carroll got him again, and Raiders got a good foundation, piece to keep until they stay for the next bridge, because they got young pieces at running back and tight end and Jacoby Myers at wide out. So, they got a nice little mix, nice little pieces on my fantasy squad. So, looking up, I can't remember who they playing this week, but they're playing the Chargers. I think I'm taking the Chargers. I'm taking Jim Harbaugh. We're going to talk about him too later.
That's a rivalry game.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And they playing in Oakland. No, they're playing in Vegas. Yeah, Vegas. Playing in Vegas. But, Geno had a nice game, threw for almost 300 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And then I want to talk about the Justin Fields, Aaron Rodgers game, man. That was very interesting to me. It was very entertaining. Justin Fields looked good. I drafted Garrett Wilson because I really liked the young man, but I just wasn't sure if Mr. Wilson was going to come through on his side. And, they delivered. And Aaron Rodgers delivered too, because I'm in a 20-man league at my school. And I had to draft the little Calvin Austin, the little backup receiver for Pittsburgh, because I felt like, Aaron might have some throws his way. So I'm glad that turned out how I planned. But I think both teams going to be a lot more interesting than we may have felt at the beginning of the season.
Totally underestimated Pittsburgh, 100%. I think Justin Fields is lights out. I think he's been underestimated while he was in Chicago. This bad system and bad fit. But yeah, I totally underestimated Pittsburgh and Aaron Rodgers.
Mo, you hear us?
Yeah, I'm here. No, I'm listening to you. I'm thinking. I'm also looking online as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
Xavier
You're right,
Gibson.
Hello. You're right.
If you, I don't know if y'all saw this in the news. Xavier Gibson had a fumble, a drop, punt return.
Yeah, two fumbles.
Two. He got cut today. You're out of there, buddy. Like, that's a serious program that they're building in New York. And
Hey, that's Aaron Glenn, and I like Aaron Glenn. But do you know who picked him up?
who? I ain't seen that yet.
Okay, I'm gonna just say this: he got picked up by somebody. He ain't got to move.
I went straight to the Giants.
To the Giants.
Can I still keep my locker right here? Is that
Hey
cool?
man, that was a trip, though. I was like, man, that's crazy, because he went to SFA. He's a SFA great.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Yeah. Me and my sister were trying to figure out. I was like, how do we know him? How do we keep hearing about his? Probably because he played around in Texas. So,
yeah. And yeah, I mean, that was really what Jimmy Johnson. We know about that. That's what Jimmy Johnson was going for. Hey man, I'm tough. You don't get the job done, man. We bringing somebody else in here. And so it might be a shock to Mr. Gibson. It's letting everybody on there know we have standards, and moving forward, better not cost us that game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, your focus, y'all know the judge machine, right? For receivers, you got you shooting the football.
yeah.
And man, I'll be in front of that judge machine, and coach be like, man, when you catch another ball, your eyes be big like you're a cartoon. Hey man, I'm trying to focus. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get hit in the face. Like, it's just certain. Like, that's how them Jets finna be. They finna be focused with them cartoon eyes, because they won't get hit in the face. Coach Glenn ain't playing that.
So somebody got to be a martyr. He made a martyr out of him. It's like,
all right.
yeah. I'm excited. I hope the Jets make it to the playoffs. I think it'll be exciting.
We got Baker Mayfield, and that game was pretty interesting. They didn't really take over until the second half, but I definitely like the weapons that they have in Tampa, because Chris Goodwin not even back, and the cat from Ohio State, he the real deal, man. He's been in Ohio State for a long time, all 4 years. I think he all-time leading receiver. He's been there so long, because most times they leave. So, he polished. And so you got him, you got Mike Evans, and then Chris Goodwin. I think he started at practice this week or next week. So that's going to be even more threats on the field that's, make them caliber. And I really love Bucky Irving. So to see Tampa Bay do what they did without Liam Cohen, the Jacksonville new coach, that was a step in the right direction. And we're going to see what they do this coming week.
Man, Baker Mayfield is a continual draw for any crowd. He's a winner, plain and simple. Baker wants to win. If you have him in fantasy football, he's going to get you touchdowns. He's going to get you passing yards. He's going to get you rushing yards. And not only that, man, look, think about it. Every time where Baker Mayfield has played, the team has been competitive. Even when he was up in Cleveland, it was a competitive team. Baker Mayfield is just a winner. Like, if he can actually get a really good defense around him, and the sad part about them is he plays out of a division that should not be that tough, and that's why they are always in the playoffs. Like, you're one of the worst divisions of the South, and come out with a losing record in the playoffs. But if he could ever get with a team that's very, very talented, Baker Mayfield would be.
Well,
something.
he's there. He got to make the best of this, because it's not a lot promised after so many years in the league, and the quarterbacks are getting better and better, coming out of high school and college. But this is his time to shine. He doing what he's supposed to do. I'm not sure who they play
Next week.
I don't got the games up. I'm good, but
I got you.
Let's go
That's somewhere.
to Justin Herbert. And they had their tackle. Somebody got hurt. Slater, he got hurt, and I was like, okay, they're gonna have to get acclimated with the new tackle. The first game, it'll be his first time going against real heat, and man, Jim Harbaugh is a winner, man, and that's why I said we'll talk about him later. But Jim Harbaugh is a winner, man. You know what I'm saying? He went to the Super Bowl and he lost to his brother, so they're both winners. You know what I'm saying? What might need to happen, will be the shit would be like if they both coach on the same team. I mean, I don't think there'll be no egos. They're both in it to win it. You know what I'm saying? They could be co-head coaches. Jim is offense. John is defense. I mean, it's just will be. I don't know, man. I'm just thinking outside the box. Obi DC.
Man, I'm shaking my head because that's not fair. You know, that's that's a super team of coaches right there. And if you can get them lined up with some talent on both sides of the ball, man, I mean, that's scary. It's definitely scary.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it. They won't let that happen in NFL. They won't. They're smarter than that.
Let me see what else they said. That shows maturity, and teams now are taking quarterbacks with a lot of college starts under their belt. Yeah. You're right. Because I wasn't sure how good Bo Nix was gonna be, and he disappointed me this week because I got him in the fantasy league, and so I'm hoping he bounced back. But who we got? Justin Fields was in college a couple of years, but at Oregon, Stroud, Ohio State. We know Tua what he did. Cam Ward, all-time leading passer, and we can talk about Cam Ward right now.
Yeah, he looked nice.
I really like what I saw from Cam Ward, man. He knew where to go with football. He really stayed composure. He wasn't doing things to like put his team in harm's way.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to be in hostile territory in Denver, a good defense that's probably gonna finish top 5 or whatever. He held his own, man, and I feel like his receivers they're gonna mature from that because they're not gonna want to let him down by opening the season like that because they could have possibly went to overtime or possibly won that game if since we can't say CD, we're gonna say they.
No, that game was phenomenal. 4 turnovers for the Broncos, and they still end up winning. 4 humongous drops by Calvin Ridley once again in third downs. Primary receivers first week letting us down as fans, but which is the fact. Yes, get the man some receivers with some hands. But even then, like you said, the defense was a stout defense. Broncos defense is a stout defense. The offensive line played very well for Tennessee. And that is a scary thing to watch in that division is a good offensive line with a maturing quarterback, weak wide receivers. They might be able to make some trades and get somebody
man,
to help them out.
They not finna make no trades, man. They finna go what they got because we got Ridley, we got the tight end. They tight end is pretty athletic. They have the cat out of Stanford, man. You remember Colorado played Stanford, I want to say 2 years old. They were killing them. I did the first half bet. They were killing them. They were up like 28, and I covered. But that second half, Stanford came back and beat them. That was the receiver that went off against Travis Hunter. He's the number 2 receiver at Allen or something. I can't start with A, but he's decent. And Cam getting a little weapons. Tony Pollard is a nice little running back too. Ty Spears is hurt. I like him out the backfield because he went to Tulane. I used to, bet on Tulane, so I know him. But Cam is solid, man. You delivering. I feel like them receivers, man. Like from playing sports, man. When you done, you ain't got no more. The thing that you remember just as much as the good or them drops. You know what I'm saying? Those moments when you could have done a lot better. That's what you remember. So
yeah.
They're not gonna want to do that, man. So I'm really looking at them because I got a good friend, PT Burns. He's He's a fan, and every year he say they're going to the Super Bowl. So
Yeah, he lived in Dallas for a while, so so he take
but
that with him.
but you have those kind of fans. You got to. If you don't believe, who will?
Yep.
So Jaden Daniels, who plays tonight. How do you boys feel about him, man?
He's the truth. I like Daniels, man. Like I think he's better than definitely better than Stroud's. I think Stroud's overrated. Him and Jordan. I like Jordan too, man. I'm excited to see this game tonight. Like those two quarterbacks are two young black African Americans that are doing their things. They can throw the ball. They can stay in the pocket. They can get out there if they need to. They know how to position their wide receivers, put them in the position, catch the ball. Man, I just like he's continuing to grow, and his team is building around him. So I'm definitely a Daniels fan.
No, well, you hit it right on the head, man. Like, when was the last time we seen a quarterback come out of college with the trophy and gets to the league and performs and takes a team like the Washington Commanders to the top tier level, like instantly? Scary Terry came in. Plus, they had that whole change in front office thing. Like we just haven't seen that from a quarterback. And like you said, Doc, he's the truth, man. Hey, I got that trophy. This trophy right here, sitting up there from fantasy football, was on the shoulders of that young man because I picked him up because nobody had him. So, and Doc was saying the
Yes.
truth about Jordan Love. Once again, another underspoken black quarterback that was, all right, it's like, no, get him in the system, build a team around this guy, and then you will get to actual see what they can produce. So, no, like I said, it's going to be an exciting game tonight to see that. Shout outs to black quarterbacks. I think it's 16 starting in the league this year.
Yeah, we had a record. Yeah, that was a record. What I'm finna say. Oh, and then I want to say, Oklahoma quarterbacks. They was like it's 5 of them. It's like Baker, Tua, Jalen, Spencer Rattler, and then there's one more all-star 5 Oklahoma quarterbacks starting in the league this game week 1. Who was the other Oklahoma quarterback?
You know what's funny about that? Oklahoma quarterbacks are starting more games than Alabama quarterbacks that won championships with Alabama.
Well, we talked about that already because it's a lot of the smaller schools that quarterbacks end up going through the fire, through the gauntlet, and they're more NFL ready. The pocket's not as all. You don't have as long in the pocket to make as many reads. It's they went through it, man. I coached in junior high, man. I want to say in the most unfair level in sports, besides freshman and varsity, it's 7th grade and 8th grade football. Like 7th grade, you kind of get in there. 8th grade, like some 8th graders can be in high school already. And we would scrimmage against the 8th grade, and I would pick my quarterback based off of the bootleg. We fooled you, but they coming.
Yep.
What you gonna do with that ball? You know what I'm saying? you got short, you got big black. What you gonna do? You gonna stay composed or you gonna deliver? And that's what that's what you need at every level. You know what I'm saying? Because every level don't always say, "Oh, you was good at this level, you're gonna be great at the next level." That ain't always the truth. And so those quarterbacks from the small school like Louisville, that's Lamar. Wyoming, that's
Josh Allen.
Cam Ward, incarcerated world, Washington State. You know what I'm saying? He done been all over. Phoenix. No, we can say Jaden Daniels. Daniels was at Arizona State. His last game, one of the teammates of Carter looked at this trash ass, you know what I'm saying? That's what he said about him. You know what I'm saying? So these cats that done been through the gun, hey, they didn't want you. They steady had something to prove. They never just, you know what I'm saying? I got this. I deserve this. No entitlement. So it goes both ways, man. And that's what you love about it because you always got to prove yourself.
Every week. That's football.
All right. I'm from the only other quarterback I feel like did good because he kept his team in it was Penix. Did I say it right?
Penix, yeah. Penix. You're not the only person in America that's messing that one up right now.
Penix Jr.
Junior. Hey, Jr. You're right. And so, they threw the ball 42 times and they got a top tier running back in Bijan Robinson. So put the ball in his hand that much, and who was they coach? Raheem. Is it Raheem Morris? I think that's him. But that's his second year. He didn't even play a full year last year. So they putting a lot on his shoulders, man. Lucky trying to deliver because that last play, if the receiver would have looked up, they probably would have, won to tie their game up. It was a good throw. But to me, he taking a step in the right direction. But I had some quarterbacks who I didn't feel played up the par. And we'll start with in Detroit, Jared Goff. With Ben Johnson, man, can we really feel? How confident do we really feel? Because this next game is really going to really tell us how we feel, more or less either way.
He just one of them overhyped beach white boys that came out of college, man, and ain't living up to it, man. Like, that's the bottom line. Him and Lawrence.
Man, Jared Goff is that's kind of the argument when people are like, "Oh, we don't need Dak." It's like, well, who you gonna take? Like, who you gonna get? Like, like you said, you want Jared Goff? Okay, fine. Like, Jared Goff was great in college. I saw Jared Goff's final game. Jared Goff has a deep ball if Jared Goff has time to throw. But just like most people, when the game starts to age you, it starts to show. And he's getting to that point as a quarterback because he's played with teams that he's taken some dramatic hits and broke some bones. So he's just getting to that point that he's getting there, and everybody's not Aaron Rodgers, but he's still functional. So they got the Bears this week, and they look like trash. So
LO pinned the tail on the donkey when it's like, it's the fit. You know what I'm saying? And with Ben Johnson, that was the perfect fit. You had somebody that knew your strengths. And so probably design plays good too. So, it was a good fit in that system. And so now that's not the same thing. The expectations are completely different because they had a two-headed monster with the running back. Man, everybody can't call plays like that where everybody eat. You know what I'm saying? That's a skill. And so now, we got him with Caleb, and we can just go into Caleb. And it's like that same tutelage hasn't transcended this young player into, the next form of himself to, take that next step. Because Golf took the Rams to the Super Bowl, but it's like they felt like his ceiling was high enough. You know what I'm saying? But, fits
Brown had a nice squad though.
Todd Gurley.
They had some talent over there. Like
Todd Gurley.
Right. But
man.
That D was on point.
Man.
Yeah. Young Aaron Donald.
Yeah, they put that one together. That team, I think they said that was one of the quickest teams that somebody put together and it won a Super Bowl.
I mean, it was like Golden State replaced Harrison Barnes with KD. They replaced Jared Goff with Matt Stafford and cha-ching.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what you want. Just one and done. We just need this one little piece, and bam, that's what we wanted.
And I think Caleb I think he was a developmental quarterback. I think he was a project. I think they drafted him hoping that he would, pan out.
Man, it's like something like, okay, like I just said, sometimes you're good at one level don't mean you're going to be great at the next level. You know what I'm saying? You had Jamarcus Russell, number one pick. He could do this, that, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't have the heart. He didn't have a commitment to the game to be that type of quarterback. Well, Caleb has that talent, but maybe he's too cocky. Oh, maybe I don't have to look under every rock to be my perfect version like a Peyton Manning would because, I'm not as agile. I have to be this way so I can, get my best version out. So it's still out there because, maybe the light bulb will go off because he has a good quarterback and it's proven, and time will tell.
Caleb Williams is Caleb Williams. He had a great season before he got drafted. The year that he got drafted, USC did not even make a bowl game, and they lost their last two games, and he cried in the stands. He had a horrible performance that year, but he still got drafted, which was fine. He's a serviceable quarterback, but Caleb Williams is really just being who Caleb Williams was when he left college.
And he's a tier 3 quarterback.
He got wheels. That's about it.
Potential gets you beat. He got a lot of potential, man. Can you tap into it? Any given Sunday, he can get beat. And we need our quarterback to be on top. All right. I'm going to say JJ for last. But to me, Trevor Lawrence has something to prove, too, because you have a good coach that can call plays and got the best out of Baker Mayfield and offense. you know what I'm saying, using multiple pieces. So you go to Jacksonville and you got a quarterback that won in college. You feel like he's the next big thing that you have. And you have Brian Thomas, he had a great rookie year, and because I drafted him early. And then you got Travis Hunter, and Travis can catch the ball. He want to play both ways. You got Trevor Etienne, and he got pieces. But if that quarterback, like LO used to say, if that quarterback don't quack that duck, it ain't happening.
That's another one.
Off the beach. Yeah, no, he's been disappointed. You're gonna have to cut it short and get serious about the game if you're in NFL now.
You gonna be a model or you gonna be a quarterback? Which one?
Hey, results are the only thing that matter now.
Man, yeah. I mean, Jacksonville once again is one of those teams in Florida that you just kind of like, you had those glimpses of greatness, and now you're just kind of like, why can't they just really get it together? So hopefully they figured out. Travis Hunter, like you said, great piece to have both sides of the ball. So they're gonna have to figure something out, or this might be Trevor Lawrence's last full year before they draft the quarterback again.
Man, that boy got some. He getting paid some money like that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he had a little momentum before he got hurt, but
last year, well, we'll see. Because you don't have no excuses now.
He definitely got potential. I think his mechanics
the best version of offensive support you have with the coaching support. You know what I'm saying? Everything's in place. So, and you got a run game.
Yeah.
All right. Bryce Young, he started out cold. They benched him. Who they bring in? Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton won a couple games for it. Bryce like, oh, okay, I ain't finna take my spot. And then he played decently in the season. But then, I don't know. He got mark like gorilla. Like, which Bryce Young you gonna get?
He did enough to come back another year.
He's an Alabama quarterback, like I said earlier.
but look here though, man. And I tell you, Bryce used to stay composed under pressure, man. Like for some, it was like somehow he always was able to make a play, man. It's like I got a little respect for him. And I didn't think C.J. Stroud was going to be the one looking good that first year. And C.J. Stroud, came out the, gate, looking the part. And Stroud didn't. And it's like Stroud came back a little bit more that second year toward the end of the season. And then Stroud fell off. And it's like, we're still waiting. Like, which quarterbacks are you guys?
Yeah.
They ain't came back. And the Texans are so talented, man. Like, them boys are deep.
Man, they always look good. They get hurt. They always end up with injuries. I would take Stroud over Bryce Young.
Yeah,
any day of the week. Any day of the week. I'm just not sold on Bryce Young as it comes as his second year in the league. Like you said, you got replaced by Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton came in. You won some games, but like you said, my dad said this all the time. You can be the worst quarterback in the world with the best receivers in the world, and you're gonna look all world. And you had, like you said, Alabama's were super teams. They had the best wide receivers, best offensive lines, best tight ends. You can make a play when you got the best people scrambling. Everybody that he threw to, top tier one receiver in the NFL. So he's just getting exposed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's certain cases because LSU receivers and Ohio State receivers, they come out and they be the truth, But everybody ain't the same. Let's go to and let's talk about Stroud since we brought him up. And what got me on Stroud, man, it's crazy. So y'all, I know y'all watch Friday, right? So on next Friday, y'all remember where Day was from?
Yeah, Rancho Cucamonga.
That's where my frat brother lived. All right.
Yeah.
That's where C.J. Stroud from. So he's at Ohio State from Rancho Cucamonga.
Rancho Cucamonga.
This boy like, man, C.J.
That's where Trinity from.
And so that's for who?
Trinity.
Frat. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that's hilarious. So yeah, Rancho Cucamonga. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I've been trying to pay attention since. And he had a nice little career out there in Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? He stepped in the pocket, nice little ball. And that first year, man, it was like, wow. you know, I didn't really expect this. And my college teammate, his son played at Ohio State, Jackson Smith, Nigba.
Yeah.
I'm not questioning his name, but Mata Smith, that's his son.
Jackson
So,
Smith
you know
and
what I'm saying?
Jigba.
I paid attention to him. I paid attention to him. But yeah, man, I'm waiting on CJ Stroud because I felt like I saw he had what it took. You know, I didn't feel like that was fake. So I'm not sure if it's the O-line, it's the OC. I feel like the talent is there, and at some point it's gonna come out. I'm just waiting for it.
He was a little hurt too. I'm gonna give him benefit of the doubt. He was a little hurt. Texans were hurting.
Mm-hmm.
He played through a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
And then they just started getting injury prone.
That's not good.
And so
that's not good. That's why
running back at the beginning brought in Pierce. I think the second string running back was a Pierce.
Man, I like Pierce too, man. He had good review.
Yeah, they were solid. Like I said, without those injuries, they definitely were a playoff caliber team. Probably could have went a little bit further, but the AFC is a tough division to play out of.
All right, we're gonna end with one quarterback, man. That I'm just like, okay. If I say, what's one of the toughest highlights you remember of John Elway? Like, you're a Bronco fan.
The Super Bowl, Green Bay, where he jumps over from like the 5-yard line and helicopters and spins into the end zone.
All right. Could you imagine Tua doing something like that?
No, his head would explode.
Because we didn't have no discussion of what I was just talking about. I just, you know what I'm saying? I knew that would probably come up to, you know, your mind when I said that. This dude, oh my God, man. I mean, I'm not trying to, you know, laugh at what happened. I'm just like, man, quarterbacks was tougher than that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I mean, John Elway was probably damn near 40 when he did that.
He was hanging by a thread.
Mm-hmm. So, no, Tua is, I'm going to say it again, and it's the last time I'm going to say it, Alabama quarterback. Once again, Mark Sanchez, Alabama quarterback. Not Mark Sanchez. What's the other one? All of them they're doing play-by-play now.
Jones, I need Mac Jones to win. I had already put my money on the 49ers.
Man, it is out there.
Purdy hurt.
Yep. Right. He gonna Alabama quarterback it up too.
Be quiet. Be quiet. You said that was your last time you was gonna say it.
My bad, I forgot.
But yeah, man, Tua, that boy had 14 of 23, 114 yards, man. Like, he was going against he was going against Indianapolis. At least Cam Ward was going against, you know, the Broncos. He was going against Indianapolis. That ain't the same.
Ward is a first game rookie. This is what Tua's third season.
That too. Yeah, too. So, man, you know, we're gonna see what kind of coach McDaniels really is, man. You know, because
who's their backup quarterback?
I don't know. I think that Mike White he's in New York. No. He's in Buffalo, I think, because Jameis Winston I think he's in. Jameis Winston was messing with him on the little Hard Knocks show.
Yeah.
Your Tua, man, you got a lot to prove, man, because I got Tyreek in a couple of fantasy leagues too, man. I thought he was going to be underrated and come back with a comeback season.
I mean, you say Tua got something to prove, but shit, he been in the league for a minute. I mean,
all right, cool.
Yeah, that's why he got something to prove, because it's like
he gonna get hurt.
He like the stock market. It's like he hit hard, then he up. He still got something to prove.
Yeah, he got a lot to prove.
He say he is what it is. Okay,
all his plays are freakish. Like, damn, how did he do that? It's just he's never thrown a natural good ass pass. Everything has been on the run, and it was just he did it. Like, so I just think that's who he is, man. He's a college quarterback.
A great college quarterback.
And that's the best way to say it, Doc. He's a college quarterback.
And they could do that, you know, in college. You had a little more agility, a little more room to do that. But in the NFL, everybody fast.
Yeah, all the good people over here. This ain't like being up there in some Podunk University, but I agree. He's I
He
think
like
he's
under
last year.
6 feet, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how tall it is, but
He like
Uh,
5'10".
Look,
let's
listen.
get the
I'll say this: Quinn Ewers is their third string quarterback from Texas. I think he'll get some play time this season.
well. The game has started. North Carolina State versus Wake Forest. I didn't think Wake Forest was going to be competitive. It's 14-14.
Yeah, I got them on my my 8 pick.
Yeah, NC State or Wake Forest.
I got Wake Forest.
Oh, okay, yeah, they got a couple 7 or 6. What you brought it up to 8?
I just whatever it was on there. Let me see.
Oh,
I didn't
Probably
change. I didn't buy anything. I just ran with it.
well,
I want all my money.
I just want to win. I'm going to buy them points. I don't care. I'm still winning. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Syracuse play Colgate. Colgate. I don't know. I want to put that on Syracuse. I think I already put something on them, but I'm not sure if I will again because that 37, that 38 is a lot, man. I know Colgate ain't no major school.
Yeah, I'm not betting 38.
But that coach, man, after Syracuse, because I had took Syracuse last week, and I just knew they lost the bet. They had to cover 6. And they came back, took the game overtime, and won. And I just knew I was looking at my sheet wrong because I just knew they supposed to lose. And coach ran them after the game. Didn't let them go to the locker room. He ran them after the game, man. So they might come out with a vengeance. You know what I'm saying? Like
at Colgate.
Man,
Yeah.
look at this.
They can
Because they lost to Tennessee 45-26.
They did,
UConn,
and that was turnover. That's why I
27-20.
felt like they could cover the 6.
Yeah.
They had some turnovers
27.
against Tennessee.
They're probably like
Colgate.
52-0.
Yeah,
So
that's a money game.
It's a good bet. Okay.
Yeah.
My number.
I'll take
I'm
the over
leaving
on
the
that.
Colorado-Houston game alone.
I did. I got Colorado. I'm going.
They
with
changing quarterbacks again. So you taking it because
it's still Colorado. They're gonna rise
See,
to the. They're gonna rise to the occasion. They might lose, but they're gonna cover that 6.
You know, one I see on Friday that would be a pretty good one is probably going to be UCLA at 14.5 over New Mexico. Yeah.
You got it at 14.
Yeah, well, but 52.5 is the over, and that might be a stretch, but I definitely can see New Mexico not putting up very many points. Like they have a very wishy-washy.
UCLA lost 43-10 to Utah, and they lost 30-23 to UNLV, and they supposed to win UNLV.
And New Mexico lost 34-17 to Michigan and won 32-22 over Idaho State.
That's community college.
Idaho State, man.
You know what I'm saying? Idaho State. They definitely did 34-17. I ain't that good.
Nah, they all right in basketball though.
yeah, they do the tournament, but yeah, UCLA. That, like I said, I would take that on a Friday night after UCLA's performance. In their last 2 games, they definitely got something to come out and prove.
They better, man, because they Foster, man.
Utah,
actually having a good year.
Big 12 team. Utah's good. UNLV is a good team.
I'm taking Utah this week too.
Yeah.
Who y'all got for that K-State, Arizona?
Not touching it.
I'm not. I don't even like Kansas State. I'm a Jayhawk.
Because Arizona played 2 Rudy Poo teams. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they scored more than 7. But K-State just lost to Army. I respect Army, but they were supposed to, you know what I'm saying? They supposed to win the game, so I don't really know what's going on. I know they're going to come out fighting hard, but I don't really know what Arizona made of.
Okay. I went with K-State.
Look, like I said, I don't know what Arizona made of, so, you know, it might be okay.
I went with Michigan, too.
You said Michigan?
Yeah.
Over Central Michigan?
Shit. Yeah. That's a lot, though.
28.5 is a lot, especially the way they
skipping games. Because, I guess, Baylor. I got Baylor at 11 a.m. Whatever Baylor got to cover against Sanford, I'm taking it.
You want that action all day long.
Man, did you see how great they played against SMU? Man, they was supposed to
Bro,
lose.
they were supposed to get blown
They
out in that
fought
game.
back, man. Hey, I'm on board. The little
Hey,
quarterback
I saw Baylor their last game of the season versus the Kansas Jayhawks. It did not go very well for my beloved Kansas Jayhawks. So
They
that
played
Baylor
good
team is the
towards the end of
truth.
the season last
Bro,
year.
they got some wide receivers.
All right. So
Here's a surprise
LSU
game.
and TCU part of the teams I like kind of follow. So they on my little board a little early. I can't believe, and I took Boise State that 0 week, and they played South Florida. And the quarterback, man, I was like, man, this quarterback is agile, man. He gonna upset some teams. Well, when they played Florida last week, I was like, man, are they gonna be able to contain them? Because this is Bella talent. And that boy went and did that thing again. Like, you kidding me?
They said we won a bowl game this year. South Florida looked good. Once again, another team that closed out the year last year looking good.
Well,
Greatness.
and see, man, and I had some stats on that coach, man. So the coach, he was like at Ohio State. He went from Ohio State. He went to like 2 other schools, and this is his 3rd year at South Florida. He went 7-6, and I'm not sure where the quarterback came from, but it's like, how can you not take notice of him right now? So he hot right now.
Alabama loses this week too.
No, Wisconsin sucks.
So does Alabama.
I'm taking Bama. At home, they had a good week. They were feeling themselves, and I just don't feel like out of the Big 10 teams, Wisconsin always disappoints.
Yeah, but they won their last 2 games.
Against who did they play?
I mean, Middle Tennessee State, and then University of Louisiana.
I got some sound effects for you. Wah wah.
All
right.
They put 73 against.
And then 17-0. Like, come on now. You think Alabama is round Miami of Ohio?
I think they are going to lose this game. It's going to be a close one. And they
ain't taking them over. You know, I'm gonna take them. Well, yeah, I got them down. I'm taking them on ticket. But hey, we shall see.
I took Oregon.
I'm gonna take Oregon too, man.
That's a good bet.
Hey, forget that. I took Oregon to win the whole thing. I put 50 on it. Give me 500. I didn't already did.
Yeah. Okay.
Props bet.
I got Memphis. I got Memphis covering at 5 over Troy.
Man, and see, Troy played Clemson good
Clemson
They played them good. It's like, and I didn't get to see it because I couldn't find it on my little stick.
That's fine though. But I think Memphis can be about a touchdown. I don't care how good they played.
It's not chance.
All right. So Clemson plays Georgia Tech, and
I got Clemson.
I'm liking Georgia Tech because I like the quarterback, and it's like Quick. I called you when me and Quick was kicking it, and the quarterback is from Longview. He's a Texas guy, Obi, and so guess what? His senior year, they won state in the 4x1, and he was on the 4x1. So this ain't nothing new to him. He grimy with it, and Clemson gonna let Troy, whatever Troy did good. Clemson gonna do. I mean, Georgia State gonna do better. It's just but I'm scared. I might take them on one ticket just because I feel like that quarterback might be the difference maker, which he was against Colorado.
They still gonna get beat by a touchdown.
No matter what he say, they gonna lose by a touchdown.
All right, I got a guarantee. TCU is hot as fire and fish grease. The way they did UNC, they gonna do Abilene Christian that way. Make sure you put TCU on the ticket. That's TCU. That's Oregon.
I want to see how Tan. I'm gonna have to watch him this weekend and see how Tan's son doing.
You think I'm not sure if he can play in time as a.
You know, PT.
I don't know, but you know, it's they got a lot of talent there.
Okay. I'm gonna check.
These Deal brothers, they play defense. They was at Naaman Forest when I was there. One of their brothers scored a touchdown on a scoop and score the other week.
Okay.
North Carolina.
I think somebody else son go to TCU that was from SFA.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's two lumberjack kids over there.
And we'll remember by the time we finish. I like Nebraska over Houston Christian, whatever that spread. Chalk it up.
Nebraska over who?
Houston Christian.
What's the spread?
It's gonna come out Saturday. You know,
That's,
they be waiting.
that's Houston Baptist, man. Formerly known as Houston Baptist. They might surprise
Lorraine.
you. They might
LSU over Florida. I mean, it's 7.5 is the line right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna take LSU at 6. I'm gonna buy that.
That's a robbery, though.
Yeah,
Florida
it's at LSU. It's at LSU though, and it's at 6:30. So once that gets dark in LSU, it's going to get loud. So
Yeah, that's
I would say, yep.
One man, South Alabama. Tulane didn't cover, man. South Alabama came out against Tulane and gave them a quick 2-piece. They up 14-0.
He said, "Got to get it
Tulane
together."
come back. Gave a quick 2-piece. Tulane come back. They up 31-14 in the fourth quarter. So they didn't score the second quarter. They didn't score the third quarter. They put up 17 in the fourth to cover the spread on. I'm like, come on, man. Tulane didn't score no more. So I'm like,
shut them down.
Like, did Tulane just kind of just take their foot off the grass, gave them a lucky score? Did they do a little trick play to kind of cover that? They might, Auburn not finna fall for it. You know what I'm saying? Auburn don't, come off the gas. That 24, I feel like Auburn can cover that. I'm a little scared, but I felt like Tulane just really took their foot off the gas. I want to take Auburn to cover that.
That's an SEC team.
Because I took Auburn to beat Baylor. And you see how high I am on Baylor. I feel like Auburn is, going to cover some best this year.
Yep. Agreed.
I'm also going to take Virginia over William and Mary. Ooh.
Yeah.
Wake Forest beating North Carolina State.
For the points.
Yeah. So, I'm waiting on Saturday to get that. They're still up in the air. Missouri over Lafayette.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. What's that spread? 27. That's a lot of points.
That is. And Missouri ain't that good.
But their quarterback got hurt the first run of the season. He got hurt for the season.
Yeah, but he played Kansas last week, and they look good. They beat KU.
And I was surprised because I took Kansas to cover.
Me too. And their running back is phenomenal. They got a great running game, and the offensive line is pretty good over there in Missouri. But we'll see you Tigers next season in Lawrence.
All right. So they may get. I think I might take them on one. A long shot. If I can't find nothing better.
Go for it.
I don't know what to do against UConn, against Delaware. UConn played Syracuse good. So, I know they can compete. They're going on the road 2 weeks in a row to Delaware. Delaware lost to Colorado 31-7. But I don't know. I want to see. Jim Moore is their coach. His dad was the John Moore playoffs.
That's a playoff. You talking playoffs? Yeah.
Like Rutgers over Norfolk State, where Mike Vick is.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna cover that. Norfolk State, they lost the Townsend 20-7 first game of the season. So I know Rutgers gonna stomp a more hole in them. I'm leaving North Texas alone. I feel like SMU losing that game that they did will beat Missouri State. I took Marshall last week against Missouri State to cover the 6. Marshall up whole game, and they lose it in the fourth quarter. Like, you kidding me? Certain games I feel like, oh, man, you're a better team than them. You're at home, you'll cover.
Yeah.
Cover. So
drop down.
They're coming off a big win. SMU coming off a big loss. One got more approved than the other. I'm going to take SMU on a ticket. Cover that.
Sounds good to me. Worth it.
North Carolina, I took them last week because even though they lost, TCU was the real deal. And so I knew
no,
they
that
was
was
last week. North Carolina gonna cover this week too. That spread probably gonna be about 21. North Carolina gonna get that easy. I'm taking
too much hype.
Cincinnati. Say that again.
Too much hype on that game.
There's no spread yet. They're not gonna come out.
I'm just
Saturday.
saying. I'm talking about last week's game. There was too much hype around that game. North Carolina wasn't gonna win that game. Period. Just it's too much hype.
North Carolina beat Charlotte 20-3.
No, I'm talking about that first game, UNC first game.
Oh,
You talking about UNC, right? You talking about North
but
Carolina
yeah,
State?
but TCU, man, I like TCU
Yeah.
quarterback last year. My cousin played at TCU for a couple years. Yeah, in Carson the Word now, but he was at SOC those 2 years they won state, so he was at TCU for a little bit. You know, things been
Okay.
panning out, so you know he moves around, but that made me pay a little bit more attention to TCU, and I like the little
Yeah.
quarterback.
Yeah, they good.
I like Cincinnati over Northwestern State. That spread's gonna come out, but Cincinnati gonna cover that easily. I like UTSA over in Carson Word. And Carson Word been playing bad the whole season. Cause my cousin there, they ain't got nothing on UTSA. That's the same season. They both in San Antonio. It's gonna be a good one. But one of them at least.
Yeah.
And I like Toledo. So that's
Oh
1,
yeah.
3,
Toledo,
4,
what's their mascot?
5, 6,
Forgot.
7. What's who mascot?
Toledo's mascot. They're like a rocket or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the Rock-
The Rockets. That's okay.
No,
But yeah.
I like Iowa State, but I was reading something. They talking about they played a rivalry game, so they played a tough game, so they may not come out with the same zest or whatever funk for Arkansas State.
Hey,
And I
rivalry
covered-
games you play outside of your mind. So
Yeah, and Arkansas State got murdered last week by Arkansas because I took Arkansas to cover too. Like I said, Arizona State and I only lost by a couple of teams, man. It was heartbreaking. Yeah, but Arkansas beat them 56-14, and I like Iowa State too. So we're gonna see what Arkansas is about this week because they play a pretty decent team. No, they play Ole Miss. So we're gonna see how that turns out.
there you go.
I took
There's some
Texas
money
to cover last week. Did you?
No, I wasn't touching. I'm not touching them until they get mid-season. No
So
quarterback.
let me tell you how they didn't cover. Fourth quarter, they still trying to score. They got their backups in, you know, so they can get their little shine. They running the ball. They inside the team. Texas has a linebacker that transferred to San Jose State. So they got these little backups in, and he running with the ball, man. He hit that ball so hard. Bam! Fumble right on the team line. They was about to score and cover. It was under 2 minutes left. So you know they finna gonna get in there because they trying to end the game on, you know, a good note.
Yep.
That transfer ruined it all, man.
Dude, look, there was one of the linebackers in that game punched another ball free, but he didn't actually punch the ball. He punched the dude in the helmet, and the dude had a concussion and fumbled the ball. Yes.
Man.
Yes, it was first half. He went in there and they showed him on the sideline because they showed it again. Dude was like, wow. They put like right here in the side of the helmet. Dude was out. So
yeah, you're not expecting that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. I like Bowling Green to cover against Liberty, man, because I picked Bowling Green to cover against Cincinnati, and they covered.
And they hot.
I like them to cover against Liberty. I don't think Liberty is, you know, on Cincinnati level, and you know, that's just one of them. I just feel good about. Dang, turn the phone off. I'm going to leave the South Florida Miami game alone.
Yep. Risky.
But I feel like South Florida going to at least score 14, maybe 17. I feel like they can get that over.
No, they might win. I mean, shit, they can shock the world.
I feel like some points going to be scored.
Yeah, 100%. They might hit that over, but shit, they might win this game. You never know. They hot.
What other games did you say you took? What other games you said you took?
I would definitely take the unders on that South Florida. I'm listening to you. I'll put stuff in the wash machine, but I'll take the under on that South Florida Miami. That's going to be a defensive game right there. Low key kept.
I feel like it's gonna be some offense, man. I like the offense that they played against Notre Dame, man. That Beck gonna throw the ball up to give his receivers the opportunity to make that play, man. That's how that receiver made that one hand catch. And at time, did you see the play?
Yep.
That's how they covered. If he don't make that play, they don't cover.
You know one hand catch. He gonna have to catch those.
Yeah, he was in the zone though.
But I'm saying your quarterback got to throw them plays because he believes in it. He want to give you opportunity. Every quarterback don't do that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And Beck kind of give them a different vibe, a different belief in, we the Canes. You know what I'm saying? Because he done it at the high level already. So I want to see it. I feel like it might be some points scored because I like the quarterback at South Florida. So I'm rooting for both of them. I'm rooting for a good game. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna watch it.
I took that Oklahoma game over
Temple. Over Temple.
Yeah, it's up there, man. But I mean, I'm going with teams that's supposed to be putting up points. So
yeah, they're trying to prove a point in the SEC, especially after Texas came in and won the whole thing.
Well, the coach at Oklahoma, he's a defensive coach, and they was missing offense last year because I want to say game 1, game 2, man, Oklahoma went like 3 of 13. I promise you, they went like 3 of 13. I was like, Mo, them boys gonna fold like a launcher when they play some competition because they was going for it on 4th down and they barely covered. I'm like, this is not gonna end good for them. So their offense wasn't what they was last year because they kept rotating quarterbacks. They got the quarterback from Washington State, man. And so he's a dual threat quarterback. And they got Blaylock's son at running back. He getting some touches too. So I like the direction they're going in. I feel like they're only gonna get better. Blaylock was an old teammate of mine at SFA. He played for Chiefs and the Jets. He backed up Priest Holmes for a couple of years.
Dope.
So I like Mississippi State over Alcorn State. I want to take FIU over Florida Atlantic. I'm gonna leave it alone. I want to take Kennesaw State over whatever Merrimack, whatever that is. Marshall, you owe me, but I'm not gonna take you this week. I'm leaving Ohio alone. I respect Ohio, their conference. This is a respectable conference. I took Illinois over Western Michigan, but I think Western, they probably gonna kill them. But I'm trying to see. So Western Michigan, they lost to Michigan State because I don't know how good Michigan State is, but they played Boston State. That was Boston College. They played a good game last week. Those might be 2 mid teams. Like, who knows? But Western Michigan lost 23-6. So you didn't really let them have a good game, putting up 23. That first game, you would think they put up at least 28-35, 6. You would expect some score like that. So I don't really know how good they are. But then they lost to North Texas 33-30 in overtime. And we know North Texas can put up points. Most games for North Texas, you take the over on North Texas most games because they're going to put up points.
Yeah.
So
they're going to get smoked.
Illinois, they killed Duke last week. Am I overthinking? Because that happened. Yeah, they did kill Duke. This should be an easy cover, huh? It should be an easy cover. They got a cover. It's 27.5. I'm buying the 1.5. It'd be 26. Yeah, man. I feel good about some picks. I can't wait till Saturday. So all these official spreads come out, and I'll let you know Friday, tomorrow, if we're gonna go early or not. But I'm leaving Arkansas, Ole Miss alone. I want to take Arkansas to cover because I just feel like they're playing good. They believe in themselves. Ole Miss just played a big, tough game against Kentucky. It's another tough game in a row. But I don't know.
They're going to smoke them. Smoke them. They're going to smoke them. They're going to smoke them. That's an SEC rivalry game. They're going to smoke them. They ready to, that's 2 SEC teams.
I don't see the name of it.
Yep, Arkansas and Ole Miss. Yeah, they're gonna smoke them. In Oxford, yep. Ole Miss gonna smoke them.
All right. I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna be paying attention just because you said it, because I'm still trying to see how good or how much I believe in the little young quarterback at Ole Miss. I didn't really get to see him last week. I just know Kentucky played them good and they didn't cover against Kentucky. But I'm taking Kentucky this week too.
I believe in the coach and Ole Miss.
Old Dominion against Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech played South Carolina tough. South Carolina covered, and then Virginia Tech. I think who did they lose to last week? Vandy, because I'm taking Vandy against South Carolina too. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. That's gonna tell us a lot about Old Dominion, even if they lose, how close the game is. This next one, Jackson State, Georgia State, Georgia Southern. I'm sorry, because we got a Georgia State. Jackson State, Georgia Southern, man. I want to take that over. I feel like both these teams are going to put up points over.
Jackson State, Georgia State. Man, those are little teams. Man, those games are scary. Because you don't really, or they might not. I don't know enough. Those are the teams I don't know enough about the program right now. I don't know if they've all they seniors, now you got a bunch of juniors. Those games are the ones that, unless you've been following somebody like Georgia Southern and I've met the coach from Georgia Southern a couple times, but like even at 59.5, they say if you know something about them, bet on them. But if this is a team you don't know nothing about them, I wouldn't put any money on it.
I feel you.
Yeah,
I took them to beat Liberty last week, and they covered 34-24. And then Georgia Southern, I took USC to cover Georgia Southern, but they lost 59-20. It's like, I feel like you're going to put up more points against Jackson State than you would against USC. So I feel like they both put up points. That's just, I'm just my logic of looking at
59.5, 60 points. That's, like I say, I don't know. They might get out there and be 21-14 on some. It's they scary offenses.
Hey, Bill. Hey, man, that's just an option, I like Georgia State. I definitely like Georgia State over Murray State. So don't get them confused. Georgia State is playing Murray State. That is not the one against Jackson State. That's Georgia Southern. So they going to cover. All right, Charles Barkley said, I got wrong. No, I ain't going to say it.
Another small game. Go for it. I'm not saying that. Southern Miss, App State beats Southern Miss easy.
Hey, I got Southern Miss, man. App State pissed me off last week. They had a big spread. They supposed to cover 30, and they was playing like some Linwood, like some school you never even heard of. We say community college. They won by like 5.
Hey, that's the wake up call.
That's the wake up call.
That's the wake up call.
And I took Southern Miss to win last week because I like how they played Mississippi State that first week. So I don't know. We're gonna see, man. It's like I definitely like App State. I like both programs, and I feel like they could cover. I feel like it's gonna be a close game, so I'm gonna be paying attention on that one. I like Rice over PV. Rice played the hell out of Houston that first half, so I feel like they can put it together for 4 quarters against PV and cover whatever their spread is. It can't be outlandish, but if it's 14-17, I'm going to take it. It might be more than that, though. It's probably going to be like 21-28.
That's your problem, Woods. You be holding grudges. You can't do that because they didn't do well last year. This is a totally different year.
Man,
what team you talking about?
Whoever y'all were just talking about last year. You talking about Southern Miss or somebody?
Yeah. No, did I say last year? I probably meant to say last week.
Oh, okay. We'll see. This is a different week.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, at every football game, it's any given Sunday, I look at a team like, you're talking about a Rice and a Prairie View. I mean, once again, these are small schools that you can bet some money on, but you're really taking risks betting on Prairie View versus Rice because you don't really know how either one of those schools are going to perform because last week they might have performed against a team that was better coached and has a primary wide receiver that's better than anything, or they might have a quarterback that's, he's a top tier quarterback, but he plays for Jacksonville State. He's getting drafted. So those are the games I call them trap games on the book because you like you said, Saturday the spread comes out, unless you've done their research and you really followed PV, you don't really know what they're gonna do. So it's a risk. Like, I would take, and it's just straight up Notre Dame over Texas A&M at 6.5. I'd take that all day long.
Oh yeah,
Cool. You take Notre Dame?
I take
Yep.
Notre Dame too, just because I know they're gonna play hard.
Yep.
In Notre Dame, huh? I was leaving that alone.
Yeah, no, man. Look, what I've learned is the games that are small, they seem like they're fun to bet on, but they're more risky. Because those teams, they don't have anything to lose. They'll try something new, and then they're going up against a team who might have had a whole bunch of issues because they don't really have a lot of money.
This
So then
Rice
their
and
starters
PV,
might not be in.
like Rice is a better team than PV. Like they're different
Yeah.
levels.
Yeah, or Rice end up with, like I say, it's a lot of risk when you have schools that are small and they have three
PV
starters
lost
that are good.
Rio Green. Like you ain't know Rio Green had a team.
People don't know prayer if you got a team. And they play in the fair every year.
Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah. It's like I said.
I'm taking them on the ticket. Damn it. I'm trying. Hey, you beat some hidden jewels, man. I'm taking Kentucky over Eastern Michigan. They're gonna put up some points. They lost a big game. I want to take Iowa against UMass. UMass is horrible, but what weapons do Iowa have? Like, do they have that arsenal?
That's a lot of points.
They should.
35.5 to cover. If
I'm
they
taking
get up.
yeah, you're right. That's why I was like, I mean, they should, because
but they get up by
when everybody feel like they can win. That's that one game they can score the most points on, man. It's just like this magical happens when offense get score points, defense score points. You might score a special team point because UMass is garbage. Let me look at their 2 losses.
Or you up at 31-0 at the half, and you put your backup in. And
UMass lost by 32 to Temple.
I feel you, but you got to remember, I said, you up by 31 at the half. Do you keep playing your starters, or do you pull them and win 31?
Then they lost by 1 at home to Bryant. We're not talking about Kobe Bryant. Bryant to college, come on now. So yeah, Iowa should do that. I'm taking East Carolina over Coastal. Where you at? Oh, you're right here. I like Vandy. I just like something about their quarterback, man. The transfer from UTEP. I read an article on them last year when they beat Alabama, because my brother-in-law, he's from Vanderbilt, so I'm always talking to him about what they got going on. So yeah, I'm taking Vandy to cover.
3.5. Yeah, they'll win. They won last year.
Where I have them at? Yeah. All right, and I'm taking Utah to slaughter Wyoming. I'm taking Navy over Tulsa. And I'm taking Fresno State over Southern.
Navy over Tulsa. Fresno State over Southern. I would do that one too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hey, man.
You gonna put a 15 pick in?
Hey, I know you watch Barton, right?
I'm just saying. Well, all I want to know is what a 15 pick pay if you hit it.
Whoa. It just depends on how many points you buy.
So what's I'm gonna put a 10 in. So who we going with?
Hey,
do a rundown. For sure.
Hey. Fresno State, Navy.
Who they playing?
Man, damn, man, you just missed the whole show.
No, I didn't. I'm listening to. I know you were talking about it, but I'm talking about it like for sure.
Southern, they playing Southern.
Southern. What's that point spread?
It ain't out yet.
Well, shit. How you know?
Because they gonna cover.
How you know they going?
Southern just lost to Fresno State. No,
that whole 40.
They gonna cover. Southern just lost to Alabama State 30-7. I promise you, Fresno State got something. And I haven't. And
Alabama State not sorry though. They all right as
Fresno State
HBC.
ain't either.
Huh?
Fresno State got E.J. Warner. That's Kurt Warner's son, and they have covered every week.
Texas got the Peyton Manning son, the kid. So that don't mean much.
And they have not covered 1 week. Fresno State has covered both weeks.
So Fresno, okay. I'm gonna keep some of the ones I got too, though, for sure.
Please do. Fresno, Navy over Tulsa. We got Utah over Wyoming.
Yeah, I like Utah.
I'm gonna take Vandy to cover against South Carolina.
I like Vandy. They play hard.
I got East Carolina over Coastal.
I don't know about that one.
It happened. I'm debating if I'm gonna take our over UMass, but they should definitely cover that, man. They should put up 50-0 because Iowa definitely play defense.
Iowa played pretty good last week.
Yeah, they played good against Iowa State, and that's why I said like they gonna play good defenses. It's like are they gonna open it up on offense?
Are they gonna put some points up?
Yeah, but they lost 42. UMass lost 42-10 to Temple. So if Temple putting up that, like, I just feel like it's gonna be they're not gonna put up no points, maybe 3 against Iowa. So, but that's just me. I like Kentucky over Eastern Michigan, and we're going over this. Everybody, if you're paying attention, I hope I feel bad when my picks don't go through. I want y'all to win some money too. I done put myself out there, but I definitely want to win my damn self. So believe this, I'm not in it to lose.
Right.
I got Kentucky over Eastern Michigan. I said that. Y'all like Notre Dame. I'm waiting on that right score against PV. It just can't be no 35-point spread.
I'm gonna go with Oklahoma for sure. I'm going with them.
I like Georgia State over Murray State when they bring that out, because that's why I'm saying we might do something Saturday morning. So once we see these spreads, we can be more definite if we're gonna take them or not. All right.
Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon. I like Oregon. Mississippi State against Alcorn State. I'm waiting for that to come out. That's gonna be a blowout. I like Bowling Green to cover against Liberty at home. And then I like the Toledo, UTSA, Cincinnati. I like those 3 right there. So Mo, that's a good 10 for you.
Yeah,
right
I got
there.
10.
Yeah. So yeah, you gonna buy some wings? You gonna buy me a bottle? Like, yeah, you gonna hook me up because I just hooked you up.
See,
yeah, I got 5 of yours and 5 of mine. I definitely hook you up.
Hey man, I feel this a good week, man. Because like last week I said, Tulane and Arizona State, man, they came out on the road. So them coaches, they had good game plans. They punched them in the face earlier, the 2-piece, and they were just fighting uphill that whole game. And it just took one more counter punch, and they both lost and they didn't cover. But I like the way they played. I'm still gonna be watching them close. That App State and Southern Miss game, man, that's gonna be a good game. I like both teams because App State always plays tough. Even from my SFA days, I know about them. In Southern Miss, man, they got a black coach, man, that I seen on the sidelines playing against Mississippi State, man. It's just like, damn, I just kind of want to believe in them for some reason. So, Mississippi State had more talent. App State ain't got Mississippi State talent. So we're gonna see how that game turns out. Because App State, kind of disappointed me last week, but everybody had bad games. Because LSU didn't do shit last week. They pissed me off. They were supposed to go.
Well, gentlemen, I have to go. I need to get the dogs out. They're looking at me like I don't know what the program is. So,
hey, we just finally know who wrote the song, who let them out.
Yeah, me. If I don't, I got to clean up. So,
we don't want to be to blame. So, love, peace, everybody. We in it to win it. We started the show breaking Vegas, but it's Winged the Sports. Because when I get my sports lounge, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be the best wings you ever had in your life. Yeah. Look up.
I gotta give me some of those.
Hey, look up. I got a kid. We made wings for the kids, right? The little teacher had bought something from me. And the dude, he slapped the dish like, why? He's like, somebody come here so I can slap you because It tastes that good. They're like, I don't want to slap them. I want to slap you. Like,
I'm gonna have to order something this season.
We're gonna find out soon enough. So
Maybe my wing guy for World Cup.
Until next week. Oh, be on that World Cup.